The Piri Reis Map's Antarctic anomaly, a map of the world before ice? Hey adventure hidden explorers. What if a 16th century map of the world held a secret so profound it could rewrite the history of our planet? What if it showed a continent, now buried under miles of ice, as a lush, green landscape? If you're ready to explore a cartographical mystery that's still shocking the world, hit that like button right now. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to join our expeditions into history's most baffling enigmas. Intro. In 1929, while cataloging artifacts in the Imperial Library of Istanbul's Topkapi Palace, a German scholar named Gustav Adolf Deissmann stumbled upon a forgotten treasure. It was a fragment of an ancient map, drawn on a piece of gazelle skin, and dated to the year 1513. The map was the work of an Ottoman admiral and renowned cartographer named Piri Reis. This wasn't just a historical curiosity, it was a cartographical puzzle of impossible proportions. The map's accuracy was astonishing, and it contained annotations that claimed to have been copied from much older sources, some dating back to the time of Alexander the Great. But its most mind-bending feature was a landmass at the very bottom of the world, a coastline that some experts have identified as Antarctica, depicted hundreds of years before its official discovery, and, most controversially, shown without its massive ice cap. Could this map be the smoking gun for a lost, advanced civilization? Or is it simply a fantastic coincidence and a brilliant piece of speculative cartography? The enigma of the Piri Reis Map awaits. The story of the Piri Reis Map begins not with a mystery, but with the quiet discovery of an incredible piece of historical art. If you're already captivated by this impossible possibility, make sure to subscribe to Adventure Hidden. We're about to dive into the details of this shocking find and the incredible theory behind it. Your support helps us uncover these incredible stories. Chapter 1: The Discovery and the Man Behind the Map. Admiral Piri Reis, born in 1470, was a real historical figure, a famous Ottoman admiral, navigator, and cartographer. He was an expert on the Mediterranean Sea and an accomplished military commander. He was known for his vast library of maps and charts, which he meticulously collected from various sources. The map we are discussing today, his most famous work, was rediscovered in 1929 in the Topkapi Palace Library in Istanbul, where it had been forgotten for centuries. When researchers began to study it, they were immediately struck by its incredible detail and accuracy. The Americas. The map accurately depicted the coastlines of North and South America, including details of the Amazon River basin, decades before they were properly charted. Africa. The map's rendering of the West African coastline was also remarkably precise. Annotations. The map was filled with detailed notes written in Ottoman Turkish. These annotations were the key to unlocking the map's secrets, as Piri Reis explicitly stated that his map was not an original creation. He had compiled it from over 20 different source maps, some of which he claimed were drawn by Christopher Columbus and others that were made in the time of Alexander the Great. The map's accuracy alone would have made it a fascinating historical artifact. But it was a small detail at the bottom of the map that would catapult it from a historical curiosity to one of the greatest mysteries of all time. Chapter 2: The Antarctic Anomaly, a continent before its time. The most controversial and mind-bending feature of the Piri Reis Map is the landmass at the very bottom of the world. While the map is a fragment, it clearly shows a southern coastline that connects to the tip of South America. The claim. In 1960, Professor Charles H. Hapgood, a historian of science, and his student Richard Strachan, presented a stunning theory. They claimed that this coastline, which Piri Reis drew as being free of ice, was a remarkably accurate depiction of the coastline of Queen Maud Land, Antarctica. The impossibility. The coastline of Queen Maud Land has been buried under a massive ice sheet for at least 6,000 years. For a map from the 16th century to show this coastline free of ice, it would have to be based on a source that was created at a time when Antarctica was not frozen. The detail. Hapgood's theory was based on the fact that the map showed features of the coastline that were not discovered until the mid-20th century, using modern seismic surveys. The map, he claimed, was far too accurate to be a coincidence. This claim that a 16th century cartographer had access to a map of a pre-ice Antarctica was so incredible that it sent shockwaves through the scientific community. It seemed to suggest that a lost, highly advanced civilization had the ability to map the entire globe, or even that the knowledge came from a non-human source. So, we have this incredible map that seems to show Antarctica before it was covered in ice. But is this really proof of a lost civilization, or are we just seeing what we want to see? What do you think is going on here? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this deep dive into one of history's most baffling enigmas, Be sure to like this video and share it with fellow mystery hunters. Your support helps us continue to bring you these incredible stories. Chapter 3, The Lost Civilization and the Lost Knowledge Theory. If the Piri Reis Map truly depicts a pre-ice Antarctica, it raises a profound question. Where did this knowledge come from? Mainstream history tells us that such advanced cartography was impossible for any civilization before the 18th century. This has led to several mind-bending theories. The lost civilization theory, the most prominent theory popularized by authors like Graham Hancock, is that Piri Reis's source maps were copies of copies of copies, all originating from an ancient, seafaring civilization that had a global reach and advanced knowledge of cartography. This civilization, possibly dating back to the last ice age, had the ability to accurately map the Earth's continents. The alien theory. A more extreme theory suggests that the source maps were not of human origin, but were based on aerial or satellite surveys conducted by an extraterrestrial civilization. The sheer accuracy of the map, particularly its depiction of the landmasses in their correct longitude and latitude, has led some to believe that this knowledge was not earthly. These theories, while controversial, attempt to explain the impossible. The very existence of the map and its incredible accuracy challenges the core assumptions of our historical narrative. It suggests that a global, sophisticated civilization may have existed and been lost to time, leaving behind only tantalizing clues like the Piri Reis Map. Chapter 4, The Skeptic's Case, a Misinterpretation and Speculation. For every believer in the Antarctic anomaly, there are a dozen skeptics who argue for a much simpler, more conventional explanation. The skeptical view is based on the idea that the Antarctica on the Piri Reis Map is a product of misinterpretation, both by Piri Reis and by modern researchers. The South America theory. The most common debunking theory suggests that the southern landmass is not Antarctica at all, but a continuation of the South American coastline. The coastline, which curves to the east, is a speculative addition by Piri Reis, who, like many cartographers of his time, believed that a massive southern continent was needed to balance the landmasses in the northern hemisphere. The misplaced landmass. The map also shows a series of islands that some have identified as the Falkland Islands, which are located far to the east of where they should be. This inaccuracy, skeptics argue, casts doubt on the map's overall precision and the claim that the southern coast is Antarctica. The lack of detail. Piri Reis's Antarctica is also lacking in a lot of detail. The coastline is very simple and doesn't contain the intricate features that would be expected from a pre-ice survey. The skeptical view is that the Piri Reis Map is a remarkable work of cartography for its time, but it is not a perfect map. It is a brilliant compilation of knowledge from different sources, but it is not proof of a lost civilization. The Antarctic anomaly, they argue, is simply a case of a modern mind seeing what it wants to see in a fragment of an old map. Chapter 5, The Enduring Mystery. Why the map continues to baffle us. The Piri Reis Map, whether it depicts a pre-ice Antarctica or not, is a fascinating and profound mystery. It's a testament to the power of a single artifact to challenge our understanding of history and to spark our imagination. The map's greatest power lies not in what it proves, but in the questions it forces us to ask. Did ancient civilizations have a grasp of global cartography that we have lost? How did Piri Reis have such accurate knowledge of the Americas just a few decades after their discovery? What other ancient texts and maps are still waiting to be discovered? The Piri Reis Map is a silent challenge, a puzzle of impossible proportions that reminds us that the past is far from a closed book. It is a story that proves that history is not a static list of facts, but a living, breathing mystery that is still being written. From the dusty archives of Istanbul to the ice-covered shores of Antarctica, the Piri Reis Map is a journey into the heart of an ancient enigma. Is it proof of a lost civilization with a global reach, or a simple misinterpretation? The debate rages on. The Piri Reis Map may not have all the answers, but its story is a powerful reminder that ancient history is a living, breathing mystery that is still being written. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into one of the world's most captivating lost artifact legends. If the story of the Piri Reis Map sparked your curiosity, please like this video and share it with fellow explorers of lost wonders. And for more thrilling journeys into hidden riches, ancient mysteries and unsolved enigmas, don't forget to subscribe to Adventure Hidden. Until our next adventure, stay curious and keep searching for the truth.